Yes, we're back. Welcome once again to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of your hosts, always, Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by my good friend, Mr. Tarek Lewis, actor and comedian extraordinaire. How are you doing, sir? Tarek, what's up?
I'm doing good, man. I'm getting some freezing, but I'm doing okay.
I know it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. How you been, man? How you been? How you been enjoying your week and the weekend? How was it?
Weekend was great. Did the big three basketball game here in Tampa.
Okay.
Was the playoffs. That was cool. Yeah. Cool event.
That's
Got
dope,
to see
man.
Ice, as I like to call him, Ice Cube perform.
Okay, go.
A track.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
that's dope, man.
That was cool.
That's dope, man. I was just working, man. A lot of working. I went to a Freestyle Explosion Friday. There you go.
Okay, did you DJ or you were just there?
No, I didn't. I was just there, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Can you believe that, right? Right?
Yeah. Well, the old 80s.
Yeah. I just had a good time just hanging there, and man, a lot of those people still got them vocals. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It was great. K7 TK was great. Who else was great? Brenda K. Starr, Lisette Melendez. They had who else did they have there? Stevie B, of course, as the headliner. Lisa sounds great still.
Okay.
Everybody was great.
Lisa was out there?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, with a band too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it full force?
Yep. Oh, it was also the Sugar Hill Gang was there. The Sugar Hill Gang.
Not a fan.
And JJ Fad.
I remember JJ Fad, yeah. JJ Fad is devastating.
Yeah. Oh man, it was a good time, man. I had a fun time there. I had a blast. But we're here to talk about this nerd stuff, man. Welcome to the show, everybody who's checking in on the live stream. Thank you for joining us here. Feel free to chime in whenever you feel like it in the chats, and we'll add you here, add your chat to the screen to the stream here, and we'll talk about it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get into it, man. Big rumor, the big. I'm trying to share the screen at the same time while I'm trying to, ramp up the conversation about it, right? Do the transition. But let's just show you guys what's going on here. The big news: Ben Affleck to film additional scenes for the Flash movie. Welcome to Mr. Joey Franchise. How you doing, sir?
What's up?
What's going on, man? You came just in time. How was your weekend? How's your weekend, brother? First off, before we get into the
hot nerd goss.
Yeah, some hot nerd gossip. Well, how's your weekend and your week, man? First week before we get into it.
Well, it's solid, man. Busy working.
Yeah.
I need a vacation.
Cool. Oh, nice. Welcome to Michaela from Adult Adventure Time YouTube channel. How you doing, Michaela?
Good. How are you?
Good. Tell us about your week and your weekend. How was it before we get into what I got up on the screen there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear us? Bloop, 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 bloop.
You got them Outlook alerts coming in still. Gotta clock out, Michaela.
She probably had something from work open there. Had something from work open there. Michaela, can you hear us just fine? You're a little frozen. In time there. No, I hear you. We hear you. Michaela, tell us about your week and your weekend.
Yep.
I don't know. I think she's frozen. That's all right. We're gonna move on
it was uneventful.
until we get up.
Yeah, right.
Until Michaela pings back. Till we get Michaela's ping back, and then we'll talk to her about her weekend. But here's the big news: Ben Affleck, he's back, ladies and gentlemen, filming additionals for the infamous. Can I call it infamous now? Since it's been so long since it's probably been filmed and sitting on the shelf somewhere.
I think it's
Warner
appropriate.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Yes, the infamous Flash movie.
I think Ezra Miller's more.
You want to get into? Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me your thoughts, guys. Tell me your thoughts off the top, Joey.
Off top, this is pretty shaky. There's 3 options that Warner's going through right now. They don't know whether hide Ezra Miller till this movie drops. Don't give him no press. Have him issue out an apology and see if that sticks. Release the movie on time. The other option, obviously, is to maybe even recast him, which would be interesting. And I know fans are like, hey, this guy keeps fucking up. We might have to put this Grant Gustin in and give him some work. So I'm putting that suit back on.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of coin to redo a recast.
It's a lot, and I'm gonna get into that in just a second. But I guess the third option too is just scrapping the whole movie altogether, on like Batgirl style. But there's so much more millions that went into Flash, like that. That'd be a tough pill to swallow. See that, like 80, 90 million in the Batgirl movie. Like it's just something like a Warner Brothers, which is like a cash cow, anyways. Like they can swallow that pill and be like, all right, well, put that thing on the shelf and whatever. It was what it was. I think the Flash is going to be harder to kind of do. My prediction, though, personally, is that they will go through with the movie. I think Ezra Miller issues an apology. They hide this guy from doing anything, stepping out his home. And I think they recast him. They'll be done with it, and they'll figure out a way to probably change up maybe a post-credit scene to kind of swap him with a different Flash, with a new cast, a new version of the Flash.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. So, Tarek, how you feel? How you feel about this? Ben Affleck is back. We already know about they did some additional photography for Aquaman sequel, and apparently Affleck is replacing Keaton in that. But how you feel about this additional scenes in the Flash, man? You think we're even gonna get this Flash movie at this point?
I think they have to do the movie at this point. So to answer that, let's get out of there. They got to do this is like Joey said, this is not Batgirl.
Yeah. Or
you can't just scrap it. I think the additions are because of probably reductions in what we're going to see from Ezra Miller. Yeah. I think they have to find a way to salvage this project. I agree that they're going to shelve Ezra for a little while. And, we may get I'm hoping it'll be better, but this may be a New Mutant situation where it just keeps getting pushed back so many times, just to make adjustments to it. But Batfleck, as people call him, people liked it. And if you're having an issue with for another major character, bring in someone people liked. People were hyped about Michael Keaton, but that whole whatever that was going is scrapped clearly. So bring back someone that people like, and to try to save your film. So I'm cool with it. And again, I don't know if I want a Ben Affleck Batman movie, but I like the idea of Ben Affleck being Batman in some appearances, So I'm okay with it. And I don't want them to shelve the movie. So whatever they have to do to make it work, I'm cool with that. I just want to see it at this point.
Okay. Fair enough. Michaela, I know you got some strong opinions about the Flash movie. And first off, how was your weekend? Because I asked everybody else how their weekend was, and you didn't tell me about yours. Michaela,
I believe she's frozen again, sir.
Frozen again. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. She's not pinging. She's not pinging in the chat. But I honestly, I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I love his whole portrayal. I love watching the Batman vs Superman. I love that movie. Loved him in that movie. I loved him in the Snyder cut. Oh, she's ping. Her ping is popping in. You're still. There you go. We lost her again.
To add on
I
to
love everything.
To add on to the Batman I think it's cool. I think Ben Affleck. I think this is gonna help like a lot of this DC stuff in the changing of the being like laying down the hammer on how they want to put out these DC films. I think it's really cool that that Affleck is coming back. He's doing Aquaman. He's going to be a part of this situation, and I think this is just kind of giving him that second win to rock the cowl. Yet again, well, at least in this universe, because I don't think we need a full on Ben Affleck Batman movie. I think he's good where he's at, kind of like how Hulk kind of plays that role within
right now,
the MCU. Yeah, he had that one movie, maybe even Arkham Knight or Arkham like one of like the Arkham game, the first one.
Yeah,
maybe one movie kind of similar to that where Batman's running around Arkham Asylum and you see all his rogues gallery. One off, that'll be awesome. And then just let him be like a secondary character within one of these other DC movies and have him mingle with those guys. I think a nice opportunity, especially because here's the thing, like DC's gonna always want to put Batman out as much as possible. I mean, they do it with Superman all the time with the shows.
Yeah,
like gonna not have Batman
important
in anything or not have a chance. If you have opportunity, you're gonna do it.
I think Batman he's like like one of those most recognizable worldwide characters. I mean, like if I showed the Batman logo to somebody in Indonesia, they'd say, "Oh, Batman," you know what I mean? Like Spider-Man, like I mean, it's just
what about in Amazon?
Superman, anywhere. If you show the spider symbol to somebody or Spider-Man to somebody, they know it's Spider-Man anywhere in the world.
It's Superman
and Batman.
It's Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man are the three most iconic superheroes. And probably coming in, like you got Wonder Woman and maybe Wolverine after that. I'm not sure. But those three are definitely the top three. So you don't want to make a universe without the presence of them in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Michaela, are you coming in now? Your opinion is correct?
Oh, yeah. I think it was my computer, but can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now, yeah.
Phone works better right now.
Okay. The power of iPhone.
I heard your questions before.
Go ahead and respond to them.
So my weekend was fine. I just really chilled. And then about The Flash, I personally probably will like in theaters, even though I have AMC A-list and can see I won't spend one of my movies on it.
So you're gonna skip it, at least monetarily.
If it does come out,
okay.
I will be watching it another, whether it's someone else's Blu-ray or whatever. I think that Warner Bros. Is being wishy-washy about stuff, what they want to produce and what they don't. And I just think it's fair to be made because they worked really hard on it. But that was their narrative coming. All the other projects they made, it doesn't matter about their creators because The Flash is the bigger, more taste in my mouth, and I don't want to support that.
Okay. Fair enough. And you had told me that in the hallways here in the office. So
yeah, I
kind of had to prove to your answer here.
I will think twice before watching a Warner Brothers film.
Big statement.
Is it acceptable for The Flash to be a HBO Max thing if HBO Max still exists when this comes out?
Or whatever is their platform.
At this point, I just think it should erase it. They shouldn't even put it out. Honestly, they shouldn't. Maybe if they convince Ezra Miller to it, and he does get help, and they had this whole narrative about like better, maybe I'll maybe consider watching it. What's happening with him and with what they've been doing with the other projects, it's awful.
Yeah. we'll see what happens. So let's get into the article. Thanks to our friends at geekositymag.com. Shouts out to Mikey Sutton. We gotta get Mikey Sutton back on the show and see if he gives some more exclusive scoops, something like that. Ben Affleck will shoot additional scenes in The Flash, according to a new rumor from YouTube personality Sil Abdul. Have you checked out Sil Abdul's YouTube channel, Tarek?
I have
Or
not.
Joey? No, he's actually pretty dope, man. He does a really good job.
Okay.
I recommend. He's eccentric, so he's always talking about everything happening DC.
Gotcha.
But I think you would enjoy it too, Joey. His channel, check him out. It says Ben Affleck will add more Batman to his schedule on July 28th. They reported that Abdul's last Ben Affleck scoop. He leaked the Aquaman sequel added after Affleck replacing Michael Keaton in that movie. Aquaman star Jason Momoa confirmed it a day later with that famous Instagram picture. Ezra Miller's legal issues have scarred the Flash. On the other hand, Warner Brothers Discovery will still release the movie. Nevertheless, expect changes. After all, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, I almost added him to the hit list of names I messed up, wants to retain the Snyderverse timeline. Therefore, The Flash no longer gives birth to a new DCEU. So that's what they were gonna reboot. They were gonna reboot the DCEU with Flash film, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the whole point of the plot was because
I think that's why they. He probably said, I don't think maybe the Batgirl was bad per se. I just think maybe it was like, hey man, guys, we can't do this. We're gonna bring Ben Affleck back. We can't do this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might be the wave too. Yeah, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know some fans are kind of like, well, bring the guy from the television show to this Flash.
Yeah.
I don't know about that either.
I'm not for the Grant Gustin. I don't think Grant Gustin can handle a film. I don't think. Let me just say he can't handle. I don't think he's like feature film ready. Like, Ezra Miller's, seasoned. He's done a lot of solid movies. So, I mean, it's just crazy that his personal stuff is a lot wilder. But it is what it is.
So here, I'm diving a little more into this article on geekositymag.com. The movie's additional photography should shed light on the DCEU's future. Fans and journalists have speculated on Zaslav's 10-year plan for DC. Furthermore, extra Affleck appearances increase excitement as Zaslav will restore the Snyderverse, which I don't think it's going to be restored the way that they think it's going to be, but whatever. The canceled Batgirl movie shared the same continuity problem as The Flash. As a matter of fact, it inherited them from The Flash like a bad computer virus. Similarly, it infected Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom 2. That sickness is the Flashpoint. We're going to do the Flashpoint timeline thing. Former DC Films president Walter Hamada sought to delete the Snyderverse. The Flashpoint timeline removes Henry Cavill's Superman and Ben Affleck's Batman. In this new world, Sasha Kaya's Supergirl and Leslie Grace's Batgirl takes their spots. To alter that path, they need Ben Affleck's Batman to help shift the narrative. Abdul added that Affleck was mainly in the Flash's first act. They're keeping those scenes. They'll use this new footage elsewhere. Abdul stated they are adjusting. They are redoing the ending. Interesting. Surprisingly, The Flash tested well in advanced screenings, despite hiring over 40 screenwriters in its development.
Damn.
Wow, that's a lot of hens in the henhouse.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Flash scored well with audiences. Nevertheless, they have to adjust it for Zaslav's 10-year strategy. Miller's scandals have saturated the Flash headlines. Warner Bros. Discovery hopes Affleck grabs the spotlight instead. They're gonna Batman Jack the Flash movie?
Yeah. It's like Captain America: Civil War. Does anybody feel like that was a Captain America movie?
Or it was like Avengers Light?
It was an Avengers movie.
Yeah, it was Avengers Light.
Yeah.
Less filling.
That's what this is going to be. We're not going to make a Batman movie, but this is going to be about the Flash and Batman. I'm cool with it because Ezra Miller's a mess. He's a problem.
Yeah,
he's
there's
no salvaging that. Yeah, there's no salvaging, his behavior.
Yeah.
That'll take years for him to recover his career if he can. So
yeah. Hopefully, well, apparently he's trying to get rehab, but that's why he was in Vermont. He's with his family.
He's with family.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's one of those go away for a while, dude.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, we laugh, but it's kind of sad though. Hopefully he finds the help that he needs and all that good stuff, and we get something that resembles a decent Flash movie. at the end of all this. Let's get into the other controversy with Warner Brothers. I honestly, I want to share it because hey, this is a show, is what we talk about, right? I think it's a no starter, and I think Tarek, you're gonna agree with me. But the headline is DC fans go to war after Matt Reeves accused of plagiarizing the Batman.
From what?
I don't know. And I think you're gonna agree with me on my stance on this, but we're gonna hit the highline, we're gonna hit the article, and we'll take it from there, right? So, it's been a couple days since the DC fandom came close to devolving into civil war, so we were about due the latest back and forth to take over everyone's timelines is hashtag Batmangate, which kicked off when comic book artist Chris Wozniak claimed that a story he suggested to producer Micah Uslan back in 1990 ended up serving as the blueprint for Matt Reeves' The Batman. And I think I'm going to stop the article right there because I don't even remember what the hell I did in 1990. Do you, Tarek?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm a lot younger than you, though, Speedy. So
that's what I'm saying, though. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
I'm a lot younger than you.
Into this.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't remember a thing about 1990. Joey, help me out.
I can't even tell you. Like, this is pretty.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a thing. It's been trending, and I've seen other YouTube channels talking about it and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I guess we.
For DC to not be the most successful, at least in film, comic book franchise, their fans are very adamant and very obsessed.
Like Star Wars fans. They're like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's very much just like, but nothing's been good. Like, why are y'all so diehard? Like, let them earn your dedication. It's just like y'all are like that just for no reason, just because of the Batman symbols up. Listen, I'm reading a book. It's a very popular writing screenplay book called Save the Cat. And the guy, the author, is his premise is that most of these stories are the same with different elements to change it a little bit. And most stories have already been told, particularly in comic books. So to say like, oh, that was my story, like that's tough to say. Because it seemed like Frank Miller to me, or it's Batman. It's been done, like we said earlier. It's been done over and over again. So to say like, well, I had this unique story and it's from this pitch. I don't think anybody working on that film was too much aware of the 1990 pitch he made to DC Comics.
I think this tweet says Batman Kate is fucking ridiculous. Some nobody man child acting like his Batman fan fiction he pulled out of his ass was stolen for the Batman. That fucking movie wears his influences on its sleeve. You're not that special, guy. And then he put the images of the story or things that it pulled, different Batman stories that it pulled from.
Yeah. This is the Starbucks Christmas cup. This is one person.
I think that's a nice party. Michaela, how you feel? Did the Batman steal stuff?
No, has been stolen from something.
Something's been stolen from something.
Everyone just needs to influences everywhere. Like if you're gonna see a time travel movie, I guarantee Back to the Future. It's like everything is so similar to each. You can't say your Batman project or story that you were telling is gonna be like and sound like every other Batman.
Yeah, I think it's a non-starter. I just think it's interesting that it's trending, or maybe the outrage that it's actually plagiarism is trending. There you go. I think that's the big thing.
People just like to gravitate towards stories that are controversial.
Yeah.
And so it's like controversy. You can't believe everything on Twitter.
Well, as we transition to a character that was once portrayed by Mr. Ben Affleck, let's talk a little bit about Daredevil. What's going on right now on the conversation online is that apparently the Daredevil, the yellow costume Daredevil we're going to get, is going to be a little lighthearted for the She-Hulk show. So that's making our diehard MCU fans, our Daredevil fans, a little scared for the upcoming Daredevil show that will be coming up. They're afraid that it's going to be Disney, a little bit lighthearted and Disneyfied. There you go.
I've already believed that. Yeah, I believe that's gonna happen.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, you know what's crazy is like I love what the MCU's been doing, but somebody put it in perspective. It's just like I think it was, like really beating motherfuckers up, and then now he's just like out here doing hot yoga in the sun, like he's
Tossing rocks with his cousin.
teaching his cousin the ways of being a Hulk.
Rock tossing.
Like he's super zen. Yeah, it's wild, and they're definitely gonna Disneyfy it. And here's the thing, in a sense, bro, maybe it's just off the trailer I'm getting, it's just coming off a lot cheesy.
I think they're doing that on purpose. I think it's kind of like it's supposed to be a cheesy comedic superhero show with a little bit of serious MCU stuff.
Like I'm all for it, but it's like, you mentioned movies like, come on, like Civil War, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Endgame. Yo, like these are like, not serious. I mean, they're serious.
Comic book serious. There you go.
You know what I mean? Like
sci-fi
serious. Like Ant-Man was funny, but Ant-Man also felt serious at times.
I think that's what they want to do. Well, Joey's ping catches up with us.
I think, did he freeze up?
Yeah, Joey froze.
Yeah, I think that it's being Disneyfied. I agree with Joey on this. It's very I think She-Hulk is okay to be that way because in the comic book she's the person who walks around as a Hulk, living her everyday life, and she's a lawyer, and it's like people are used to superheroes and villains just walking around. So it works for her, but it feels like they're dwarfing characters like the Hulk, and now they're throwing Daredevil in it, where like you want to see Daredevil break an arm, or take somebody's eye out.
I get the criticism because the last time we saw Daredevil was a very dark and moody show. You know what I mean? I mean, it had the Punisher, it had death, it had blood and violence, covered in blood. Fighting 50 people in the hallway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was a different. The tone of Daredevil was different. Include him in this kind of show, which you already know is a little lighthearted. It's kind of like, okay,
Yeah, I'm not. I want to see Daredevil more. I thought it ended well. I'm not hyped about the yellow suit. An appearance here or there, I'm cool with. I'm curious on She-Hulk. I'm not sold, but if it's good, it's good. But I don't want a bunch of lighthearted. I feel like these characters have certain roles they play, and I feel like Ant-Man is the comic. He's going to be funny. I feel like even Guardians of the Galaxy, that's going to be funny to an extent. Tony Stark was a funny character, but the theme of his films and projects hasn't been comedic, and they're overdoing it. One of the big problems with Thor is that they overdid comedy to me. So,
interesting. I think, Michaela, tell me what you feel. How you feel? You think this Daredevil is going to be a little too lighthearted for the She-Hulk show, or what?
So whatever they're going to write it, they're going to make it fit her show. So I don't think we have to worry Devil because bets are it's going to be different writers. So I don't think it should matter. It's just a throw in, like they're going to do with all the other shows. They're going to throw in like that's going to be featured in some other projects. I don't like the word Disneyfied. Kevin Feige has been with Marvel since before Disney owned it. So in charge of Marvel, but he's a comic book lover like all of us. He has been a part of all the has like Kevin Feige production, like all in the title and everything. I don't know. I just think that this show is gonna be fun, and it might turn into something that's fun and super serious. Because honestly, like the character Loki, fun and weird to me. And then when you saw the show, it's like, wow, the show got really deep.
Yeah.
So I don't know where She-Hulk is going to go. It might just be some lighthearted lore with superheroes. But I don't know. I don't like the word think that. Yeah, they've gone dark. And dark enough for my DC dark. But we don't know what they're going to do with Daredevil, especially since they made all the Deadpool movies on Disney Plus, now Logan. The Netflix shows are on Disney stepping stone to say, hey, we are going to go dark. Like, just be ready for that. And I have, because in this show, he might make some joke, or they might make a joke together. That's not going to, I don't think it's going to directly affect the Daredevil show on its own. He was kind of lighthearted in Spider-Man, so if anyone had to worry, they
should have worried then.
Yeah, if it was really worrisome, I think they're gonna get dark with Daredevil. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, and I'll share a little bit of Mikey Sutton's post about that on his website on geekgossipmag.com. He talks about that Charlie Cox's new Daredevil show will still be dark. So he says that the new Daredevil series will still be dark. However, Charlie Cox's yellow Daredevil costume and She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law concerns some fans. Furthermore, recent comics from She-Hulk's head writer triggers even more fear. In other words, will Disney remove Daredevil's adult edge? Let's fast forward through here. Let's see here. All right. Perhaps having Charlie Cox making his Disney Plus debut on She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law doesn't provide the best first impression. After all, She-Hulk is a legal comedy for non-comic fans that already is troublesome, but anyone expecting a serious She-Hulk hasn't read the source material. Is this true? It is a little fun, or well, at least and later on in the 90s, it was more jokes and stuff like that. Let's see here. Here's a quote. The quote from the She-Hulk head writer, Jessica Gao. I hope I said her last name right, or just add her to the list. It was so much fun to be able to do, and we do this with every character cameo from the MCU. Man, they're gonna have a bunch of cameos, I think, as we take them from the environment that you know them from, which is a much more dramatic and action-oriented role, much more on the serious side, and we bring them into our world, and they get to play in the tone of She-Hulk, and they got to explore, and we get to see a lighter side of that character. Okay, all right, huh? I accept that. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be some bullshit, but I'm open to being pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
I don't like so far in the trailers for She-Hulk. I know it's talking about Daredevil, but I don't like the CGI on her.
Yes, I don't know. I can't.
But I don't know if they're
finished. They've been tweaking it. It seems like they've been tweaking it.
I don't know if they're finished. So
every time I see a new trailer, it's like I
feel like they're finished now.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, right. Yes.
What's the release date on that right now?
It's Friday, isn't it? Or
is it Thursday? Is it this week?
Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday.
Oh man, we got things to talk about next week.
Yeah. But I'm also not hyped on Yellow.
Sorry. Until I heard that they didn't want to coincide with Andor.
Is Andor this week too?
Andor will be Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Andor is not this week.
Oh no, it's not.
No.
Is it later on this month or something?
I think it's next month. I'll have to look at the. We get like 3 up.
That's cool. We're waiting
patiently. And they're by the way, they're re-releasing Rogue One ahead of Andor.
Oh yeah, I thought it was already sitting on Disney Plus though.
No, they're bringing it to the theaters apparently. Rogue One is showing in like some IMAX theaters.
It's a slow month right now. I don't have a
on August 26th. It'll be back in IMAX screens and an upcoming look at the Disney Plus series Andor.
Okay.
So
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Also, Yellow Suit. Just for the record, Yellow Suit Daredevil's lame. I don't know if people are hyped about that. She's lame. I never liked it. The Daredevil, you're in the dark, and we're in the brightest. You're wearing the brightest color in the world. You're the Daredevil in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
I can see you coming
that was
out.
the
You basically
That was the first
Kung Fu
costume.
Dick
That was the
Tracy.
first appearance.
Swashbuckling in those stories, you know, like, you know.
Yeah, Daredevil was whack at first.
Yeah. He was alright. It was alright till
Calling
Frank
him the new
Miller got a hold of him.
McDonald's mascot.
Right. You're looking like a Wendy's 99-cent value nugget.
When they release them Happy Meal toys, you know they always do.
So like Mac tonight.
Right.
Oh man, is there anything else I'm forgetting we need to talk about, guys?
Has anybody been watching Sandman by any chance?
I have not.
I haven't
watched
watched it.
Is it great? Tell
It's
everyone how
great.
great it is. Yeah.
It's great. It's listen, I have the book on. I have an audio book of Sandman, and it's hard. I know it's this classic graphic novel, but it was, you got to really get into the lore and the storytelling. And from where I am in the book, in the first 3 or 4 chapters, and where the show is so much more. It's very rare to hear that. So much more appealing, and it really explains that world and universe, and it's dope so far. Now I'm not done. I'm not like halfway through or anything. I think I'm like 4 episodes in, but very well done. Very well done Netflix show.
Okay, cool.
I'm a fan.
Oh, dope. Is there anything else? Anything else we're forgetting to talk about? Anybody want to talk about anything they watched?
I haven't watched anything really, but I mean, to add on to the She-Hulk stuff, I guess it takes place not too far after Shang-Chi.
Okay. But that will make sense because it's got the Abomination, and in the trailer is Wong too.
A new Saw movie coming October 27th.
Oh, we need another Saw movie.
The 10th one.
This has got to be.
Check this. I'm super hyped for this. Dr. Evil movie. New Line wants to make it.
I'm here for it. Jamie Foxx. I don't know if it came from Jamie Foxx or if it's just a fan fiction thing. I have to find out if it's really true. Has teased the Spawn with a little image.
Yeah.
The Spawn remake.
They're trying to make it happen.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx definitely wants to make it happen.
Yeah.
And has wanted to make it happen. And he says it's going to be of course, dark. He said it's going to be like Joker. For like Spawn's gonna have the feeling of Joker.
Dope.
Well, I sure hope so.
So we'll see. It's his quote is, it's sort of how I like when they did Joker. The Joker is here, but the story about this man who was in fire is the same with what we're doing with this. Yeah. So I don't know. I listen. I saw the vampire movie. He was in the Day Shift over the weekend.
Tell us about that. There you go. That's another one I need to watch. Is it bad?
What do you want from a vampire movie with some jokes in it? You know what I mean? It's good for that. It's a very slapstick vampire movie with jokes and humor. So therefore, it's very good for that. You know, if you want to see Snoop do kung fu, this is the movie to tune into. If you want to see Snoop Doggy Dogg doing
Evil Deadish kind of.
A little Evil Deadish, exactly. It's a little Evil Deadish, but I did actually enjoy it. In the end, I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable to watch. So,
right, fair enough.
I would be here for, but I would also be here for a Spawn reboot. So I'm here for that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm all the way here for a Spawn.
Yeah. Have you anybody watched those animated Spawn stuff back in the day, the HBO?
I used to. HBO, yeah.
I love that show.
They still have them on HBO.
HBO absolutely.
Streaming right now.
Yep.
There's a Wizard of Oz remake in development at Warner Brothers.
Okay.
My husband and I were just talking about it yesterday. We're like, when's this going to be remade?
The Wizard of Oz. That would be actually kind of dope now with technology that we have now and stuff.
Wicked is getting made on a film. Warner Bros. Owns it, right?
Yes, I think so. I believe so.
Of course they are. Of course they're going to do it. Their tax money.
I'm actually.
Let's make a Wizard of Oz film. Yeah. I saw this online. The prequel series, The Continental, now released on Peacock next year.
The prequel to what?
What was the name of the show again?
Prequel series to John Wick, The Continental.
Oh, word.
Oh,
Coming
the
next
hotel.
year.
Okay,
The hotel, yeah, the
interesting.
hotel that houses them.
Yeah.
Oh, and did you see who's making the Wizard of Oz? The guy
Who
who
is it?
did Blackish and Grownish.
Oh, really? Oh man, why can't I think of this dude's name? I know this
Kenya
dude's name.
Barris.
Kenya, but yes, yeah, okay. I think he's doing a good job.
Well,
I
the
can
thing
see him
is,
doing a good job. I would love to
with that,
see
it's probably
Anthony
gonna
Anderson as a lion.
be probably going to be very. You're right, Anthony Anderson. It's probably going to be the lion, but it's probably going to be very diverse. Get a lot of people riled up.
Why?
Yeah, it
be very. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I heard that it's going to be very modern and not like back in the 30s.
I'm with that.
It might be the Wiz. He might fuck around and do the Wiz instead of the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, you might see Chris Brown moonwalking through Yellow Brick Road.
He's almost slipped and busted butt here in Tampa, right?
Yeah. I would rather
Pretty
Usher. Usher's a little more safe.
He faked it though. He did that. He
He played it really.
Jump back
He
up.
played it. Yeah, he played it real good.
Yeah, I would wonder if they probably couldn't do it, but Fox and ABC I think are notorious for doing those like old shows and remaking them and doing it live. But I doubt they would do that for the Wiz. That'd be too much.
Who owns that now? Who owns that IP?
Oh, the Wiz?
Wiz or Wizard of Oz or whatever.
I think Warner Brothers.
Is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah, I believe it's Warner Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Because I was looking it up yesterday, which is funny because I was like, okay, MGM had it. Who has it?
I think Warner Brothers bought MGM a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why.
And just on another weird note, I don't know what's taking this Little Mermaid movie so long to come out. Not that I'm waiting for it.
You've been on it. Was there even photography for it? Was there even photography for it? Hasn't even been filmed yet?
I think they've shot some scenes, or maybe they're just some table reads, but it's supposed to come out in 2023. So
I don't see it, man.
Stuff, which they're probably trying to get the CGI like perfect, but the only CGI like companies are probably all full of Avatar.
Avatar.
Oh my God, yes.
Avatar, Marvel, and Star Wars. That's it.
Yeah. Well, did anybody watch Super Pets? I know, Joey, you have a child.
Joey, you watch the Super Pets, right?
Old enough for movies yet.
Yeah. I haven't watched Super Pets.
Spoiler?
What's the spoiler? Spoil it for us, Michaela.
Black Adam shows up, and not only is The Rock playing Crypto, right? What is his name?
Right. Crypto, yeah.
Crypto, yeah.
Adam, and they like make a joke about it, and I'm like, really? Of course, it's to like push Black Adam.
Of course.
Like,
Black Adam's gonna be the new leader of the Justice League. You didn't know that.
See that in the news on that they were
and it was
actually supposed to introduce Shazam, but The Rock was like, no.
That's funny.
Well, that's interesting.
Jump, you say hi.
Apparently, there was an interview. There was an interview that said that Zack Snyder said that The Rock's Black Adam fits in his universe. That article's up on Geek
that was the
too as well.
whole intent, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That's why it didn't get canned, ladies and gentlemen. It's still happening.
It's a weird world we live in where me as a person, y'all knowing me, is more excited about Black Adam and Shazam.
Yeah.
The Shazam sequel than like some MCU projects. I don't know what's going on in the world. It's a crazy world we live in.
It's unknown?
Maybe.
You're still excited about it?
About Black Adam?
Yeah, even though the future is like unknown.
Yeah, I'm a very much at this point. I after Endgame, I'm very much like, just make individual good films. Everybody just make individual good films.
Sure.
I don't need the long story. If you can tie it in, cool. Just make individual good films.
There we go.
And I just
you.
want to see an individual good film. For DC, an
Black
individual
Adam's
good
gonna
film.
be a good film.
I don't know.
We don't know yet. It's yet to be
I'm not going to go on that ledge and say it's going to be good. I'm trusting The Rock to be The Rock. Cast around him has to be good. You know, listen, I can watch The Rock just run through a wall into a building, but everything else has to be good. So, I'm just curious to see. It seems like The Rock is doing quality control on his projects.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what he curates through this. I mean, if I'm being honest, watching like the Atom, not Black Adam, but the Atom run,
Adam Smasher,
and
make me thrilled to see the movie. But I'm curious to see what The Rock does. Let's put it that way.
Well, we'll see what happens, guys. I think that's it for the show.
All that'd be better than Scorpion King.
It's not a high bar. All right, let everyone know. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Everybody who checked in with us here live. Next week we'll come back and we'll talk about She-Hulk, Marvel's She-Hulk. Talk about the first episode, what we didn't like, what we liked, and all that good stuff. Let everyone know listening to this on our audio version of the podcast. I don't know how they can follow you, Mr. Tarek Lewis, sir.
My name is Tarek on YouTube and Instagram currently.
Mr. Joey Franchise. I don't know how they can follow you, sir.
At Joey Franchise, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch.
And that's with a Z, ladies and gentlemen. Get it right, okay? And Michaela, let them know how they can follow you.
On Instagram at Mika Fit 2. You could follow Adult Adventure Time. And we'll be at D23 on our adventure to Anaheim.
You kind of glitched there, so I'll repeat it. They can follow Michaela
Jealous.
at Mika Fig on Instagram.
And we love
course,
it.
Adult Adventure Time on the YouTube channel. She's going to be at D23, and we're all jealous. We all hate you.
Yeah, very jealous. That's awesome.
Man.
They got any cool merch? Look out for your boy. I'll cash app.
I'll definitely send it
Send
your
us
way.
some screenshots.
No, we're going to go to the Marvel panel.
Yeah.
I think it's 70 years of Spider-Man.
Oh.
So if I get a comic, it's Joey.
All right.
Let's get it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Of course, you can follow me at DJ SpeedyJR, all the socials. Follow the show, Geek Culture Congress. Leave us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram as well. Put it all together, Geek Culture Congress, and give us a subscribe on our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen, so we could break our corporate chains one of these days. Give us a subscribe here on Geek Culture Congress. Have a good one, everybody.
That's great.
See you guys next week. We're talking about She-Hulk. Make sure you come. Be ready for them spoilers.
Yeah.
Sure.